The Sacramento Kings have been lighting up the league like the beam they rocket out of their arena every single time they win. This team isn't just winning games for the first time in a long time, they're making sure they have fun with it as well. Sacramento heard a lot of negativity thrown their way after the Tyrese Halliburton for Domantas Sabonis trade. Halliburton was looking like a point guard for the future, and has clearly proven it over in Indiana. But honestly, that trade was one of the most clear-cut win-win scenarios for both teams. Sabonis has created an elite duo with De'Aaron Fox in their first full season together. At the time of this recording, that duo has led the team to third in the Western Conference. Third! The last time the Kings even made the playoffs was 2006, and now they're getting home court advantage? So what are the key elements to their success? What makes the Beam team light up? Let's dig in, and make sure by the end of this video to leave a comment down below if you think they're the real deal or not. First off, let's continue focusing on this dynamic all-star duo in Sabonis and Fox. Domantas spent 4.5 of his 7 years in the league on the Pacers, forced to play a two-big-man lineup with Miles Turner. The product was effective. Sabonis was basically the offensive specialist while Turner held down the defense, but it was a constant strain for post control playing them together. Now that he's in Sacramento, Sabonis is the clear star big man of the team, and is having a career year to prove it. He's currently averaging 18 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. Yes, that's right, 7 assists for a big man. Nikola Jokic who? Domantas has become the offensive pivot of basically everything the Kings run on the floor. Whether he's scoring or finding the open man, he's doing it all with efficiency. He's shooting 61% from the floor and 35% from beyond the arc. And although those 7 assists can certainly be flashy at times, as he will throw out behind the back passes or clean lobs to the cutters inside, he's been benefiting under Mike Brown's dribble handoff style of play. The Kings are among the top in the league at both number of dribble handoffs ran and points off DHO. And the only reason they can handle that is they acquired one of the most skilled big men in the league. They can give Sabonis the ball in the middle of the half court and scout the scene for what the right move is. He can watch for cutters or hand the ball off to one of the team's many shooters and set an effective screen to allow the shot to be pulled. To be clear, this playstyle isn't totally reinventing the wheel in the world of basketball, but someone as skilled as Sabonis lets the wheel spin at full speed. And speed is exactly what will bring us to the other member of the Beam team duo. De'Aaron Fox is finally starting to put the pieces together around his lightning-fast frame and become a staple building block for a competitive team. He's averaging 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists, along with a career-high effective field goal rating of 55%. And you might think that effectiveness rating would be connected with his cuts to the basket, right? Although Fox has continued to improve as a finisher, and having someone like Sabonis find him as a cutter has made a world of difference, it's actually his mid-range game that has unlocked a different side of Swipa. He's currently shooting over 50% from the mid-range and taking almost 10 attempts in a game. Dial in on that volume for a second, and now understand that only Luka Doncic and Kevin Durant have been more effective on that level of shots in the mid-range this season. Fox has become an absolute killer in both mid-range and the clutch. De'Aaron has been leading the league in total clutch field goals this season. Clutch buckets, meaning games with less than 5 minutes left and are within 5 points. The young guard has become the go-to scorer for his team when they needed him the most. And once again, his efficiency has bloomed into something fantastic. Per ESPN, Fox is shooting in the clutch 63% from the field, 44% from deep, and 83% from the foul line. And hey, at the end of the day, this is still Sacramento, so they need all the clutch they can get to re-enter the playoffs. So with the versatile Sabonis and clutch Fox, what else has brought the Kings up to the front row of the Western Conference teams? Well, if you actually look at the big picture, they've managed to accumulate a pretty nice looking young core. Fox is 25 and Sabonis is 26. Then to go around them are Kevin Huerter, Malik Monk, and Davion Mitchell all at 24. And their young rookie, Keegan Murray, at 22. And Murray's been looking great, a connective piece that is able to function on both sides of the ball. He's averaging 12 points and shooting a lights out 42% from 3 on 6 attempts a game. Murray also continues to understand the game at a deeper level as the season has progressed. He's very situationally aware and is able to get sneaky cuts against his defenders that allow for easy buckets. At the time of the draft, it was a highly contentious selection at number 4 overall, but it's really started to look like the Kings need to stop being constantly doubted as a franchise. And then between the 3 guards of Huerter, Monk, and Mitchell, the main hero of the trio has been Kevin Huerter. He was acquired in a trade from Atlanta for basically a first-round pick and immediately proved himself as an elite scorer throughout the league. He's he's averaging career highs in points, field goal percentage, and three-point percentage. If you watch him in Kings games, you start to see an uncanny resemblance to the Splash Brothers play. Herter is constantly roaming the court and cutting around off-ball screens of a Sabonis triple handoff for a quick release three. At 6'7", he's able to get off his smooth stroke at pretty much any moment. He also has one of the best nicknames in the league currently, Red Velvet. Yes, Red Velvet has gone from Trae Young's sidekick to an elite shooter that should only continue to crank up the volume from here. And that's where we have to come back to the main question of this video. Are the Sacramento Kings the real deal? Meaning they're not some wasteland of a franchise that we've just been rooting for to be the 8th seed one year. Have they constructed something under the radar that now needs to be seen as a legit playoff threat? Because it really looks like things are only going to continue to go up from here. This is a young and very new core that's being coached by someone who deserves the Coach of the Year trophy. Mike Green has brought new ideas, stability, and a fire that this team has continued to feed off of. They currently score the most points of any team in basketball, while also keeping a team ball mindset as their 5th in assists per game. Now, to look at this from the other perspective, the West is certainly anyone's game at this point. Teams like the Nuggets and Grizzlies are still on top, while teams like the Suns and Mavs made huge superstar trades. Not to mention, the reigning champs are starting to come back alive. Sacramento has 2 All-Stars and a fantastic coach, but so do a lot of other top-level teams. If they manage to hold home court advantage for the playoffs, they're looking at trying to light the beam 7 times against a team potentially led by LeBron and AD or Kawhi and PG. But honestly, we're buying in on the Kings. To us, Sabonis is going to be the key because that's what truly sets them apart from other squads. If he can continue to remain this powerful offensive hub, they have a chance to keep this top-rated offense going for a while. Sure, they'll have the other side of the ball to worry about, but that's why they'll just score more points. Play fast with Fox and Red Velvet. The Kings are the real deal to make some noise in the West. Maybe not finals favorites, but you're not gonna want your favorite team to see them in the bracket. So let us know what you guys think. If you think they're the real deal or not, and how far do you think they can go in the playoffs? And if they're not the real deal, what do you think they can do in the offseason to win you over? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.